Hello everybody, how are you doing this morning? I am sorry it took me a little bit to get started today. I was just sorting the puppy out, but I hope you're doing well. Let's change I can't talk. The scene over to the altars. Hey Feathers, hey Mishaps, hey Naughty Jog, hey Lightning Dragon, hey Captain Beans. Hey Neutron C, thanks for dropping by and saying hi. I totally understand if you want to go through this yourself. That makes total sense to me. Let me just have a quick sip of tea. Well, there's no music playing. Oh, that's because I've got the game minimized. I'm out of coffee, so I'm on to tea today, so we'll see how that goes. Let's click into the game and make sure our controller is working. So, last time, we crash landed on a planet, everyone died, and we made a clone of ourselves with a different life background. And we moved on to this new location, which is where we stopped last time. So now we need to find a way out. So we need to talk to Yan. He's currently in the comms room. He did want to talk to us last time. Yes, the 3D printer and voice of the void. I need to check how it works. Oh, the colors are funny again. Let me just change. I know how to fix that. 1 second. I'll let him talk while I fix this, actually.
Something you wanted to
Oh, I can't do that. 1 second. I'm going to be as fast as I can.
discuss with me?
There you go. That fixes the colors.
I wanted to congratulate you. On what?
That's awesome, Mishaps. I'll need to work out how it works. There you go. He's finally happy with us.
Yeah, I flipped through some manuals while you were sitting on your hands. Looks like we had the base operating in minimum maintenance mode.
Wait, did you not see the end of the last stream, Mishaps?
But I played around with functionality options and, hey presto, we got some new handy tools.
Okay. Ooh, that'd be quite cool.
Tools in the workshop.
That'd be very cool, actually. I need to make sure if it's STLs you can print out. Thanks to Colin, check them out. It's what I expect from a technician. Good, that'll keep busy. I think we need to thank him rather than being officious to him.
Oh, thanks. I can't wait to check them out. No problem. There's also some upgrades available in the building module. Sound like something you like to play around with too? Sweet. We could do with some improvements here. Sure, but don't start fantasizing too much. Remember, everything costs resources. So, wherever we are and however long we're staying, it might just be wise to see if we can set up a mining outpost instead of relying on shallow deposits. Just in case. Sound advice. I'll consider.
Okay. I can also give him the multi-tool we found. I'm not sure if I should hold it to give to someone else or if he's the only one I can give it to. I'm going to hang on to it for now. So if we check, this is the wrong menu. If I check, I think it's in storage. Yeah, I've got the band t-shirt, the multi-tool, the training card, which I can give to altars to make their moods better, but I don't know if it's on a per altar basis or if it's just for any altar. Also, I could probably do with moving chat. I need to alt-tab over for that. You're going to see what apps I've got open and what time it is. Because I'm going to have to play this with... let's put chat here and just see how that goes. Okay. But we've got some other stuff we need to set up just now. So we've got access to a whole new set of rooms. And we've got access to a whole new set of tools. So if we come into here, we can now build mining outposts, pylon components, which we use to make more pylons. We can build suit batteries, which keep the suit, which let us recharge when we're out and about. That's okay, that's no worries. We can build repair kits. We can build radiation filters. And we can build something called the Vertara drill. The drill generates a laser beam that allows the melting down of rock formations on the planet. It requires a cartridge to work. I want to queue a lot of this stuff up. So for instance, I want to make sure we always have 5 radiation filters. We always have 2 repair kits. I want to make a Vertara drill, which we can't do right now. I would also like to have probably at least 1 suit battery, but obviously we don't have the resources for all of this yet. In the kitchen, we can now also queue up cooked meals, which are better than mush meals. A cooked meal makes everyone a lot happier, but we need vegetables for that. Then if we go and check out, just don't worry too much about it, Miss. Let me check to see what we need first of all. You'll see it in action. It looks like a File 1 that does its thing. We also now have the ability to expand the base, but we need to research to do that. And we also have the ability now to build a greenhouse, which is a hydroponic farm using rapidium to grow vegetables faster. Thanks to ingredients harvested here, you can forget about eating mush at least for some time. There's the research lab, which is suitable for conducting scientific research, can only be used by an Ally Corp certified scientist. So we're going to need to find scientist version of us. And then there's something called the refinery, a place where enriched metals can be processed into metals and organics. Even though the resources processed there are often radioactive or toxic, the module is completely safe thanks to cutting-edge technology. Then we have the social room, a place for crew to relax, spend time with your crewmates, playing beer pong and watching movies. The couch upholstery is stain-resistant, unlike the beer pong table. There's also the infirmary, a place where up to 200 irradiated crew members can be treated, a pharmacy dispenser takes care of physical needs of patients, and then we just have storage as well. So we need to go out and get some resources. That's what we're mainly seeing right now, is we don't have any resources at all. So let's head into the airlock and see where we are. Alright. So, much darker than we were before. We are no longer by the sea. There's a shallow deposit of metal there, so we're going to grab that first, I think. Oh, that's something else we can do. If I come into this menu here and go to my altars... Oh, no, I can't assign them yet. He is still angry. Okay, because he's angry about sleeping on the floor. So we need to do something about that as well. I can't assign him a job yet, but I will be able to soon. Now, I can get up there because I've got the grapple hook. But let's just explore. Okay, there are two types of metals nearby. Metals deposit and enriched metals. Approach them to learn more. There's an enriched metals deposit down here. This deposit allows you to mine metals and enriched metals, which can be further refined. Mining this deposit is quick, but contrary to any other deposit, it is placed in an area with high levels of radiation. So this place will get your resources quickly, but you're also going to get irradiated doing it. We're going to try and set up a mine in here as quickly as we can. Whoops. So we can now do a scan wave as well, which will help us a lot in locating deposits. So let me quickly do this. Probe. Natural swimming pool. Where's the natural swimming pool? Probe. Why can't I put a probe there? Probe. Probe. As long as we don't get fully irradiated, we'll be okay. Okay, it looks like it's over this way, so I'm going to retrieve the probes. And we'll try that again. So go here, and then probe. How are we doing for radiation? We're okay in radiation. Probe. 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 Okay, we found the deposit. So now I want to put down a mining outpost, of which I have one. And then we need to put down pylons to connect it back to the base. So we now have access to travel pylons, which just lets us travel through them. That Geiger counter is not nearly stressful enough. It's actually a little bit too chill. Yes. So he's now going to work in the workshop and actually do some work for us, which is huge. I couldn't find the way out. No, this is not the way out. I'm lost. Is it down here? It's this way. Okay. I couldn't work out where to go, which irradiated me way more than I needed to be. Try to use as few pylons as possible here. There's some suitcases down there, so there's some more altar stuff to pick up. I want to put this here because we're going to end up with another pylon up there, and I want to be able to connect it. And I'm hoping this one will be able to reach the base. Need to get a little bit closer. Oh, yes, it does reach the base. Excellent. Alright, so we've now hooked that in. Now the lava pit's an extra swimming pool. Cool. Alright, we're going to have to do a little bit of mining because we desperately need resources. I think there's some metals we can get up here, though. So I'm just going to run through this place first. We can go up there if we want to. Anywhere else. I'm just looking for loose metals just now. And I want to get out of the radiation field as quickly as possible. Because we still have the whole day to explore. So down here, there was a suitcase. Secret alien. A murderous alien hides among the crew of a space mission. Friendship we put to the test. Nice. They do, Captain Beans. But apparently the radiation is just crazy mad on this planet. We now have a book. This book has been in my pile of shame since the early days at uni. It was supposed to be eye-opening, but I never made it through the first pages. It seemed a little too anti-utilitarian to me. I took it with me, hoping to finally read it during the long, boring evenings at the base. Soccer ball. A ball belonging to the local soccer club signed by my favorite player. They kept losing until one season they played so well they ended up winning the league without even bribing the judges. Once I started studying, I didn't have time to go back and watch the games anymore. Such a shame. By the way, there has been some controversy about this game. It turns out that the developer has admitted to using AI tools to translate and generate the text for a lot of items, like, for instance, that soccer ball. Which I'm not particularly happy with. I prefer some writer would have had that job, but just so you know that I'm acknowledging the fact that they used AI to do that, what my stance is on it, and I'm not going to stop playing the game because of it, but I am a little bit sad about it. Yeah, from what I understood, like, alpha and beta particles can be blocked pretty easily by something like a suit, but gamma waves, or gamma particles, gamma waves, would just go straight through it. But they also wouldn't be as damaging to you unless you were exposed over a long period of time, whereas alpha and beta would pretty much wreck you. Alright, let's do some mining while we're in the radiation field, because we really need materials. And yeah, Technician is building all of the stuff that I've queued up to build. I was keeping an eye on my radiation. It's not going up too much. We just need materials today. Oh, just a tiny more. Okay, that's a kind of road. That's also kind of road job that is one of the lot of things I'm not going to get super offended about using AI for. Yeah, alpha is especially very destructive and can penetrate skins. Yes, so we got super radiated there. Has he built us the other pylon? He has. So, while we've been working, the other Yan has actually been building the equipment, like I said. So he's actually built us another pylon, another mining outpost, which we need. We're going to need quite a few mining outposts in this section of the game. In, what is this, Chapter 1? Because we were in the prologue before. Oh, did I miss one? Can I not count to 5? I can't count to 5. I'm terrible at counting. Beta particles, electrons are more penetrative, less destructive, and still won't really get through normal clothing. Yeah, that's what I really remember about when I did sort of high school physics, was how the different particles are dangerous. Alright, doesn't look like I've got much of an idea of where this thing is. It's this way. Let's pull in all of the pylons. I don't want to be here too much longer because it's getting late, but I would like to sight this before I head back to base. Gamma ray radiation is light, not particles. Okay, and again, more penetrative and less destruction. And neutrons are the extreme. Gotcha. It's been a while since I did high school physics, and everything else I picked up is mostly from reading sci-fi. Okay, we found the deposit. That's actually pretty good timing. Let's drop this down, and then we'll connect it in. So, unlike the one we just used, this will only mine metals, and at a slower rate than the one over there. But the difference is this one is a lot safer. And that's connected into our network. So if I just want metals, for instance, like I'm recovering from radiation sickness, I can just use this one. And now we're going to fast show. So there's our map so far. We've got the enriched metal deposit, we've got the metal deposit, and we've got the base. And we've got lots still to explore. Okay. I have been irradiated. Yan wants to speak to us. Where did I put the kitchen? Oh my goodness. Okay. The kitchen is down here. I've got the hiccups. That's a funny joke. Okay, I can just give him the multi-tool. He hasn't complained about not having a bedroom yet, which is something I'm waiting for. So we need to queue up some more stuff to build. We're going to need another 2 mining outposts. We don't have enough metals for them. Okay. We're also going to need a refinery because we've got 42 enriched metals. I don't think we have enough to build a refinery yet. No. We're going to have to do some more mining tomorrow. There's just a lot of backlog of materials that need to be built. Oh well, we'll go to bed. There's nothing else we can do today. Oh, I need to turn on the radiation barrier. I did not do that. Possibly the US Navy's least offensive joke. That's a pretty low bar, I think. Okay, I forgot to turn the radiation barrier on last night, which is bad. This thing here is the radiation barrier. If I turn it on, we now protect everybody living in the base from radiation. Which means the radiation will not go up while they're in the base. This needs to always be on. Which it requires a... what's it called? A resource that's not... a renewable resource called a radiation filter. And it lasts for 5 hours. You can play with it like turned off. I don't think we need to worry too much about it. What we need to do today, unfortunately... this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for this conversation. We're almost past what I know, by the way. I don't know, mishaps. Guess it's maybe not too tiring to socialize with yourself.
Whoa. You look tired, man. Everything okay? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with sleeping on the floor? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Of course not. You have your cozy captain's bed. All right. No need to be so dramatic about it. I'll get you a proper dorm. Sounds like a promise.
Okay, so now we've unlocked the dormitory as another building we need to build. So we desperately need more resources. So unfortunately today I'm mostly just going to spend the time mining in the outpost because we need loads of metal. And we're pretty badly irradiated anyway, so I can't really do a lot of exploring. This is the outpost that doesn't kill me, by the way. So yeah, it's just going to be a day of mining before we go and explore further. Exactly, Miss Sansom. But like I said, maybe talking to yourself isn't tiring. I'm going to work right up till 8 o'clock. Okay, that was a whole day's work mining. So now we have a ton of metals. So let's head back to the base. I'm going to build a couple of rooms, but there is more equipment we need to build as well. But first things first, I think we have to build the dormitory. So this guy has somewhere to sleep. Now, where we're going to put the dormitory, it is a big room. We're going to have to rearrange some stuff, I think. Okay, I'm going to put the dormitory... So I'm going to rearrange the base a little bit. So we can put... We have this space over here that we can where we can put our rooms while we're rebuilding, which is huge, honestly, to making this actually playable. It's probably the same for me, mishaps. Honestly, I'm generally quite introverted as well, but my job forces me to be extroverted. All right, so we've cleared up that size. I would like to just clear out the whole base, but I can't get all the small storages out of the way. But let's clear as much of it as I can. Okay, so biggest room where I've got access to right now is the dormitory. And if we have a look at our base, we've currently got the elevators coming down this section here. Now, I could move them one over. No, I can't. Can I? It's a little bit jank. Oh, no, I can. Hang on. But it looks like the base is potentially... I can use the mouse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's 19 tiles across. So they've deliberately not given me a center to put 2 across. It's centered on an odd number. So this is the center tile here, I think. This is the center tile here. So it doesn't matter where the elevator is. It's always going to be off center slightly. So we're going to leave the elevators where they are. I'm going to move the storages down here for the moment. We've got enough metals to build another elevator as well. I could just build another elevator here and another elevator here. And then the base, I'd be able to get to every floor of the base. Yeah, I think they've done it on purpose, honestly. Let's build an elevator and put it here, and that gives me access to the top level. No, I do not want to return to editing. So what I want to do is I want to grab the dormitory. We'll put that up at the top here. I will put the kitchen with it as well. So that's like the living area. Then I'm going to move the command center here. And I need a small 3x... There's no 3x3 rooms yet. Nothing will fit into that gap. Let's put the... Actually, I quite like Workshop Command Center because they're where I construct things and they're next to each other. But I actually maybe swap them around because I use the Workshop more on the Communication Center, the Command Center. Communication room can snug in here for now. Quantum computer can go here. And I think putting the womb behind it works. I think these two work well together. It just means we've got some dead space here, but we should be okay. Captain's cabin can just go here with the airlock next to it, since quite often I get up and leave. The machinery can go here, kind of in this section here, and then we now have tons of room to build stuff, so I'm just going to put the small storages... actually put them up one for the moment. We'll have to move the storages around a little bit, but for now, they can just go here. Okay, we do actually have this small storage, which is orphaned. What can I do with the orphaned small storage? I'd have to put it here, which I don't really want to do. It doesn't fit my nice plan. I guess what I'll do is I'll just build another elevator, because we're going to need more elevators anyway. Okay. So that's the base layout at the moment. Now, other stuff I can build. I can build the greenhouse right now, which would get me hydroponics, which would get me the better food. I can also build the refinery, but I need 2 more altars to get that working. And I think I've got a maximum of 3 altars at the moment. I think getting the greenhouse up and running would make everybody happy, but it means getting another altar online. So I'm going to build a greenhouse. The greenhouse is huge, but thankfully it fits in right here. Then I'm out of money. So what I need to do is I need someone to work in the greenhouse. Let's go have a quick look at it. Oh, I need...
So much stuff you can take on exploration. Batteries, drills, detectors. All that preparation must feel like a second job.
Thanks, Jan. I'm going to tell him I made him a bed.
Hey, I built that dormitory you asked for. Hallelujah. I hope you sleep well tonight. I'll sleep like a full-fledged member of an advanced civilization.
I'm sure you will.
Sweet dreams, then.
Yes, the movement feels like is annoying. And I, again, deliberately set up like that, I think. So, just to put it into perspective, here's the captain's cabin, right? We've got a nice double bed, we've got a desk, we've got a carpet sort of thing. And then here is the dormitory that they all just sleep in. I feel very sorry for them. Why does Yan get the captain's cabin? I guess because they've got access to the quantum computer and nobody else does. Life on Mars, life on Mars, life on Mars, life on Mars, no, or yeah, why not? That's what that poster says, the poster that's here. Weird. So this is the dormitory. We'll definitely need to build a social room for them. But we need someone to work in the greenhouse. So, quantum computer time. Okay, now there is a botanist here. This guy here, 100% efficiency when growing crops in the greenhouse. So we're going to wake this guy up. The big difference between him and our Yan is when Yan's marriage started to fall apart, his wife wanted to move somewhere else and take a new job, and he decided not to go with her. But the botanist Yan decided to go with her. I don't have enough. I don't have enough rupidium. I need to go find some rupidium before I can make the botanist. But this version of Yan decided to basically drop his own career and put his wife first. And that's the life strand. But we can't actually check that out yet because we don't have any materials still. Whoops. Oh yeah, and here's the greenhouse. I don't know if I checked that out. Oh, actually, I want to queue up. Let's say 3 raw food and then 1 raw packaged food. The raw food is quite quick to build, and that makes you 1 nice meal. And then these take a lot longer, but they get you 10 for basically half the price. So they're a pretty good way. Actually, probably just want to set. Probably don't want that many. Let's say we just have 1 raw food uploaded. Gross, I have a half botanist Yan sludging around the room. No, I have a 0 botanist Yan. There's no one sludging around because nothing's been made. Oh yeah, Captain's cabin. Okay, we need to sleep, we need to go find some rupidium, we need to go find some more metal. So it's going to be another kind of exploration and mining day. There's a lot to explore here, but we've also need to get the base set up. And I want to get the base comfortable before I'm comfortable kind of just wandering around. Now, what I can do today is we can go into our altars here, our tasks window. No, I don't... assignments, this is what I'm looking for. And I can tell Yan Technician to go and work in the metals deposit today. So he will just work, he will just mine metals today while I do other stuff. Which is useful. I just ran past the airlock. So let's come out at our enriched metals deposit. We'll see what's up this medium climb. Now I did make the... oh, there's some rupidium here. 6 rupidium. I did make the thing, right? Yes, I did. Good. Okay, we've got some organics here. This is a surface organics deposit. Just some free organics. And I think there's a rupidium this way. Yeah, we found there's a rupidium over here. Just looking for surface rupidium right now.
These loose rocks look like they might be passable.
So this is what we need the laser drill for. I haven't built the laser drill yet, so we can't get through.
To drill through them.
How much rupidium do I have? 19. I need 1 more loose rupidium deposit. There's some here. And there's a surface rupidium deposit as well, so we'll just drill this out. Okay, that's enough rubidium to make a person. And we need a drill. We need a lot more metals, but Yan is metal drilling for us. What else is up here? Because there's not much else for us to do right now. So we have that organics deposit, which I mined out. Now we're back at the base from a different direction. There's a thing up there, and there's a passage up here. There's also an organics deposit here. I'm going to grab the organics deposit just so we've got some in our tank. Because we eat organics, so we kind of need them. Alright, let's see what's up this way. Again, we've got that weird, smooth kind of... There's still that basalty theme to the rocks, but the geology is different here. I think that's another destroyable rock wall. Yeah.
These loose rocks look like they might be passable.
So we definitely need to get ourselves the drill. There's some loose organics on the ground.
Only I had a tool to drill through them.
There's a wall we can climb here, but we need to get it from the other side because it needs another drilling thing. And there's an organics deposit here, so we can build another... In fact, have we got another mining outpost? No, we don't. Well, I could find the deposit while we're here. And then there's... something's landed over there, and we have lava. So I guess we know for certain the planet is tectonically active, right? If there's lava. Does that make sense? I want to just scan out the deposit so I don't have to do this later. Imagine if I got it first time. I did not. Which way is it? This way. What do you mean pretty much yeah, Beans? I'm not sure what you're responding to. Also, how's everybody doing today? Sorry that I didn't get my Thursday stream. I was probably still hearing in my voice. I'm still quite blocked up from whatever I picked up. There's just a lot, because it's winter in Australia and I take public transport to work, and I currently share a house with a teacher. I'm just constantly exposed to colds and flus, and sometimes they hit me really hard, which is what happened this week. Oh, okay, we found the deposit. Cool. I don't have it in mind to put on the deposit, but it means I can come back here next time and just instantly mine this, which is good. Let's head up here. Okay, we've got another surface organics deposit. We'll grab that. Cleaning up stuff from yesterday. Okay. Did you have a party?
This is why we stopped. A lot.
Good to hear people are doing well. I hope the job search is going well and fruitfully and not frustratingly.
Then, I guess. We'll need to figure out if there's a way around.
Looks like there's some ores over here. So,
I wonder how many more surprises this planet has in store.
Thanks for asking, question mark. Go destined for my parents' basement, so boys still can run my drawing tablet easy, my laptop can't. 4th of July, of course. I forgot it was 4th of July for you, Americans. Not a, oh, I've got a phone call. Not a holiday that's really celebrated anywhere else in the world. I've certainly never been anywhere that's celebrated 4th of July. And I've lived in a lot of different places. We're going to push a little bit just to get this last bit of extraction done. Oh, we've got no storage space left. Okay. So we have filled up our storage tanks. We have a lot of metal.
We're running out of storage space.
Alright, it's pretty much time to get back to base anyway. That's good to hear, Miss Apps. Of course it is. It's American independence. Alright, we can now make some more stuff. So, first things first, let's get ourselves cooking a botanist. Yeah, so if you see down in the bottom left-hand corner, I have slots for 3 altars right now. And one of them has to be the scientist. The spoilers, we're going to get a scientist. So, this guy maybe isn't essential to get right now, but making nice food just keeps everybody happy. And he's a spare pair of hands when he's not making food. You don't mind me using the word cooking, sorry. I'll, what would we use then? Growing? New awareness ready. Yan Dolsky. Yan Botanist. Alright, so we have a whole new life path for Yan Botanist. It's not very long. No, you can say much. No, you can't. It's not very long, but the main difference, like I said, is that he goes away with his wife, which results in her becoming very successful, but him basically becoming a stay-at-home husband. And he just looks after the house, looks after the garden. Then she wanted to go on this mission, but she couldn't for some reason, so he goes instead. That's basically the main difference. So he super loves his wife, is what we know about this. Like, he sacrificed everything for her twice. He gave up his job and his career for her, and then he went on this mission for her. It's going to take 7 hours to grow a new Yan, so we can't do anything there for now. But let's head over to the workshop, because I want to build... We need a mining outpost for Rupidium. We need a mining outpost for organics. And spoilers, we need a mining outpost for minerals as well. We also need a Vertara drill. And I'd actually like to move the Vertara drill up the order. Like right to the top. And I'd actually like to get the mining outposts at the top as well. That light radiation filter can wait. Being married to... I think he wasn't forced to do her job. He volunteered to do her job. Okay, now we can build some more rooms. Oh no, we can't. We don't have any... We're still not got enough resources for rooms. Something else I need to do is I need to head up to the kitchen. And I need to queue up...
I can't wait to try those veggies out.
I want to queue up, I think, let's say 5 cooked meals. So that... actually, I've got 6 mush meals queued up. So when we finally get our hands on the veggies, they're done. I want to become X. Yeah, you don't get to do X. I will do X. Wrote up to now to be like, yeah, I did a backyard garden for you, and my wife's a botanist. And they're like, hell yeah, you're hired. So the implications I'm getting from the Dolly missions, it's kind of reading between the lines, is that they're just throwing anyone they can on these missions. They're so desperate to find Rupidium. That's what I'm getting. So your botanist, cool, you can work in the greenhouse. Okay, Lucas is calling us.
About time. I'm in some deep shit here.
So you're not at your destination yet?
I'm stuck. We're stuck. There's a freaking lava river blocking our way.
Do you think you can cross it?
Now, do we want to ask him for help?
I don't know. Still working on it. Anyway, you can help me?
I can try. I have a limited view of the surface of your planet, but there is one thing you could do.
What's that?
You have a lot of very useful tech on board that base. It's designed
Excuse
to
me.
overcome practically any obstacle. All you need is a properly trained crew. If you know what I mean.
More altars. Is that all you have?
It does feel that way, that's for sure.
You still don't get it, do you? That's a lot. If it helps, I have some news for you. Good news and, well, just news.
Under morale? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay, we'll start with the bad news.
What's the bad news?
You didn't listen. There's no bad news. First of all, I've been informed that a rescue party is being organized.
Organized. You mean they're not on their way yet? What the hell are you waiting for?
Mr. Dosky, please, calm down.
Yeah. Ethically
No matter how
challenged
long
is
the
maybe the way to put
procession,
it.
It will always end up in church.
What?
What?
Just a thing my grandma used to say when I was a kid and tired of doing my homework.
Except this is not about your homework.
Sure. But you gotta understand, your mission got dispatched pretty far away. We still haven't mastered teleporting.
Okay, you got cut off there. I did not cut him off. The game cut him off.
How long do you think it'll take them to get organized?
All I can say is, they know it's an emergency.
Wow. That long?
Don't shoot the messenger, man. I'm really trying to help.
I thought you were responsible for the navigation system. Isn't it your job to make sure we're safe wherever it sends us?
Well, that's what I'm doing right now, isn't it? Making sure you're safe. Step by step, we'll get your procession safely to church.
So, what's the other news?
Just feels like a carrot to dangle to me.
I know you have a lot on your plate right now, but there's a request from my boss directly. Before we get you out of there, we want you to retrieve as much Rupidium as possible.
lose their chance. Probably worthless to your higher-ups without rupidium anyway.
It's sure gonna give your rescue mission wings, if that's your kind of incentive.
Of course.
My boss will want to speak to you shortly. And you'll see how important it is. He's not some kind of empty three-piece suit, if that's what you're afraid of. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but it was his idea to, you know, let you in on the branching procedure. By the way, is your altar doing any better?
Yeah. We're getting along.
Just feels, I don't know. It still feels very manipulative, this whole conversation.
Very good to hear.
They're only telling me what
It's
they
about
want
you
me to
wanting
know.
To talk to him again.
No. No, none of that. My boss put it out of my mind. That's not to mess things
Yeah, don't
up.
treat them like people, right?
So, you admit it's a mess.
What? No, we just... You know what? I'm not commenting on that. Talk to my boss about it.
What's gonna happen to my altars?
This is a big question that I really want to know the answer to.
I'm sure my boss will think of something.
The fact that they're not even like... The fact that he says, I don't know, that's worrying to me. They should already know what they're going to be doing with the altars when they get back to Earth.
Maybe both? I'm not a natural talker.
Ever tried working?
You're
on
not
it?
a natural talker. You work
Yeah,
in space
without
traffic control.
profession.
You should be pretty good at talking.
Not really. But my sister wanted to be a therapist and she practiced on me when I was 5.
It's weird.
Oh. And how did that go?
She turned to breeding hamsters.
What?
I hope you're not laughing.
I don't care about his family, and I don't really care about his boss.
Okay. I better get back to work then.
Yes. Just remember about the Rapidian, Mr. Dulski. And wait for contact from my boss.
But his specific thing seems to be to contact missions like this that have gone rogue. So just to explain why I made the botanist, by the way, I didn't explain why I did this, because I've gone to this point in the game before. If you want to grow crops, this specifically takes 16 hours to grow, which is basically an altar sitting in this room doing nothing for 3 shifts. But if you have the botanist has as their bonus a 100% speed bonus to working in the garden. So it only takes them 8 hours to grow the crops. So it's just essential if you want to grow crops. Now, we do have new life paths available to us. So we have Scientist Yan. No, we have Dr. Yan. Heals 8 times faster at the infirmary. Cooks food faster as well. And that leads to Shrink Yan, but we have to make Dr. Yan to get to Shrink Yan. Then there is also Refiner Yan, plus 50% efficiency when refining enriched metals into metals and organics. And if we get him, then we can also unlock Worker Yan for plus 50% efficiency when crafting items in the workshop. There is also Scientist Yan, who is essential. We actually are forced to get Scientist Yan. We literally have no other option. We must have Scientist Yan. Then there's also the Botanist Yan from this tree. And then unlocked on this tree, we now have access to Mining Yan, who has plus, so this is from the Technician tree, who has plus 50% efficiency when mining metals. And then there's Security Guard Yan, who disciplines altars in the Contemplation room. That's what it says. Disciplines altars in the Contemplation room. So yeah, those are our new life paths. We're going to have to make a scientist ASAP. Let me just make sure that I have fixed Yan's assignment, because I want him in the workshop tomorrow. And I think we're good to go to bed. This is not where, this is Mama Benjamis. It's kind of implied that he's the only person in space traffic control sometimes, and at other times it feels like it's a really big department, so I'm really not sure which way it's going. Okay, new day has dawned. First things first, we're going to go wake up our altar, and we're going to lay down a scientist altar. Actually, I'm going to wait till I've got the lab built, I think. Oh, I've gone too high. Do I have a phone call? No. Just a new altar is ready. So this is Botanist Yan.
Hey man, can you hear me?
He's number 4.
Where am I? What is this? Take it easy. You're on strong sedatives. What the hell?
Would have been nice if this scene was mocapped, but it's actually a budget game, so. Oh, coronary artery disease. Yeah, I've got a feeling that's coming.
I know. You're confused.
I've already had. So my first playthrough ended in a mutiny.
Really? So,
I built a dormitory lightning
who
dragon.
are you? Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, we need to focus on you. Just to make sure you're all right. Can you answer a few questions for me? Okay. Do you remember who you are?
I'm Jan Dolsky.
Good. And what is your role on this mission, Jan?
I'm a botanist. So, wait, this is it? The mission? Did we land?
I'm not going to lie to him. Things went sideways.
I'm afraid things went sideways during the landing. Everyone died. Except for me.
You.
I know, I was just thinking that mishaps. None of them were like, wait a minute, are you me?
Are you?
I think it's the drugs.
Are you real?
Just as real as
I'm not
you.
going to be superior to the alters. Like,
What's
I
going
want them on my side.
It's like we're alternative versions of the same person.
Wow. But why is this happening?
I had to recreate the route to save the
I
mission.
told you. Everyone died. I had to use my DNA to recreate a crew if I wanted to save the mission.
That doesn't make any sense. We're not exactly the same.
Yes, we're different. You made different decisions in your life.
I'm not sure I understand.
You know what? I think you should just rest a little and read the mission logs.
He's quite passive compared to the technician. The technician was very argumentative and
Mission
upfront and in your face. This guy's really passive.
Hey, wait.
If all this is... If I mean... What about my wife? Where is she?
Here's some passion from him.
I need to know.
She's on Earth, we need to figure out how to get there. Yeah, I'm not going to, like...
She's on Earth, and we need
Technically,
to
she
figure out how
is
to
his
get there.
wife?
Okay. Okay.
There you
What
go.
do you want from me?
Grow vegetables.
Need all the help we can get. Someone to run the greenhouse, prep the food, so on. Trust me, you'll have a lot to do.
I'm not sure I'm ready to work.
Get to
just
work,
like that.
greenhouse monkey.
Right. Like I said, rest, go through the logs, meet the rest of the crew, and let's talk again in a while.
Technically, she isn't, but he doesn't need to know that right now. Well, actually, he's the only one that's still married to her. The rest of them all left, have all left her or never met her. So it's kind of weirdly like that. I'm going to assign him to the greenhouse. Cool. Okay. Now we need to get the scientists up and running, but first I want to do some exploring. I'm going to have to hope that the other Jan gets the stuff I wanted built while I'm out and about. So, where do I want to go? I need the drill to get through here. I need the drill to get through. I'm going to have to just build the drill, because I can't wait for him to build the drill for me. I can wait for the other stuff, but I need the drill to get moving. Okay, drill's been built. Oh, the altars have gathered in the kitchen. Well, guys, I need you to work. These are drill cartridges. They let the drill do its job. I'm going to queue 2 up, so we've always got 2 in our inventory. There's a lot of resources that we're just going to have to keep, like, getting. Alright, and we're going to come back out here and get irradiated again. Now, the one problem we've got today is there's nobody working on metals, so I'm going to have to spend some time working on metals, but I want to do some exploring first. Alright, we're going to blast through here first. So here is the Vertana drill in action. We put it on the ground here. It teleports in, or it builds itself, and then we go... It's like a Star Trek laser. I think him and me are the only versions that have her. I think. Alright, this is a rupidium deposit, so we can mine rupidium here. Sometimes, I've done this area twice, and sometimes the deposit appears down here, and sometimes it appears up above, which is a little bit annoying. There's actually some rupidium there, I'll pick that up in a second. It can make it tricky to find the rupidium deposit, but we do need to mine the rupidium. I don't know if you caught that, by the way. Corporate want me to mine, like, infinite rupidium. And basically, they haven't said it out loud, but they want me to come back with rupidium. Let me get my pylons back out again. And we'll do a scan wave. Okay, it's up there, apparently. I'm just going to grab all of this rupidium before I do any more. Is there any more rupidium lying around? I think there's a piece... No, that's all the rupidium. Neeb's Gaming Subnautica run. What happened in their Subnautica run? Subnautica's never a game I really got into. There just was something missing from it for it to click for me. I don't really have a fear of the ocean, though, which I think it really plays off. Okay, over here. I have a feeling it's in the corner there. Found it. Okay. Do I have a mine yet? No. Okay. He hasn't built a mine. So I can't go up there because there's a wall in the way. Let's pull back our... Okay, the things are going... So I can't do this yet because Yan Technician hasn't built me a mine yet, but he is working in the workshop right now. So we should have it soon. Let's explore a little bit further while we wait for that. We can go this way. Okay, that puts us behind the rock wall we found yesterday. That's not a bad idea, Naughty Jug. I think I will do that. I also grab these metals because we desperately need metals today. And I don't think I've got another mining... No, I need another mining drill to mine through here. Another drill charge. So I'm just going to see what's up here. And we have another shot of the lava field. Oh, cool. We got an actual overview shot.
Okay. This is not good.
So this is what's blocking our route.
We are surrounded.
I love the evocative terrain in this game. It's very pretty.
Damn it. So much for Plan B.
Thanks, Beans. I'll take that recommendation. I used to have quite a few Let's Players and people playing games that I used to watch. I don't really have that anymore. A lot of them have stopped. And then it looks like we've got another wall we need to blast through with a drill. And we have a wall to climb here, which is leading me to another surface deposit, which I will grab. That means I don't have to spend time in the metal today. Okay, we actually maxed out our storage again. And there are minerals here as well, but I don't think I can pick them up. I can pick the minerals up, okay. There's where I just was.
We're running out of storage space.
And I can go up here, okay. Absolutely full on storage right now. So I'm gonna have to build another storage unit by the looks of it. Have you built me... Okay, you built me the mine, excellent. It's actually built me 2 mines. So let's get the rupidium mine built. That means we don't have to do any more construction in this section. Once I finish this, all of the mines, I'll have all the mines I need. I might need more pylons, but I'll definitely have all the mines I need. If you could build me another drill charge, that would be great. That would mean I don't need to send my pylons down here. I can send them out there. Yes, there's we have small storage, so I think you can assume that we're going to get medium storage. So I could build the pylons to here and link up with that. That's probably the way I'm going to have to do it, because he hasn't built me another charge yet. How many pylons do I have? I've got 5, I think. How far back can this go? That's about it. Can you connect up from here? Yes, okay. Nice. Alright, that's all connected up. So we now have a rubidium deposit connected. That's really big. Oops. Now, have you got a mining charge for me yet? You don't have a mining charge for me yet. And we are at our max storage. I'm going to have to build a storage room, I think. I'm going to quickly run back to base. And I'm just going to build a storage room really quickly. There's other stuff we need to build, but I need the materials to do it, so storage room's going to have to just be added. We'll build a small storage down here. And then we'll head back out. I keep going right because that's where the airlock used to be. So I need to connect up the organics depot. And I kind of wanted to continue exploring over here, but there's not a lot of time left in the day. So I think I'm just going to focus on getting the organics connected up. There's also a few deposits around here that I didn't fully exploit. So I might just grab those as well. And then what I really want to do is I actually need 20 minerals, and we have 9 minerals. I really want to get the, no, it's rubidium I think I need for the, I can't remember if it's rubidium or minerals I need for the science lab, but I want to get the science lab built, and then we'll cook, people don't like me using the term cook, we will gestate a scientist tonight. Okay, here's where the organic deposit goes. And we're going to need pylons for this as well. Which I think I don't need to put up here, actually. Yeah, I can put it down. Okay, that's perfect. Where is that pylon? Okay. So that's the organic. That's the organic deposit now connected up as well. I can't get through there, so I have to go this way. I want to just quickly see if I can get some more minerals before I need to head back home. We've still got time. It's only 5 o'clock. That looks dangerous, that cable. We could probably do with an infirmary as well, because looking at how low our radiation is going down. Has he built me a drill charge yet? No, I really need that drill charge. He's still working in the workshop. Exactly, we don't need any OSHA. We're space astronauts. And who are we going to complain to? Ourselves? Okay, that's all. That should be enough metal to do some construction tonight. I have 2 suit battery left, so let's see what's up here. Got another metal deposit. I won't be able to mine that today. Okay, we've got incoming radiation in 1 minute. Let's just head back. The place gets weird at night. Did he build me my charge before I head all the way back? No, still don't have a drill charge. That's really annoying. There's just too much in the construction queue right now, but that will calm down. How long do I have? 30 seconds. We're also going to be tired tomorrow. Because I've stayed out late. Alright. Let's fast travel back to base. So again, we're starting to explore the area. There's actually quite a lot here. We just don't have enough hands to do all the work we really need. Okay, we're back in base. So let's look at what we can build tonight. I would like to get the social room built, and I'd like to get a laboratory built. Laboratory's top priority. So I can afford the research lab, cool, but I can't afford the social room or the infirmary. I need minerals for those. And I also would like to build a refinery as well. But let's get the research lab built. We'll put that here, in the basement of the building, where we can lock away the scientist and forget about him. And I also wanted to build a refinery, which I can still afford. The refinery is a small room, but not that small. I guess it fits here past the machinery. Not ideal. Okay. Now we need to go and queue up a scientist. So the scientist deviates from our main life path. Is basically at this point in our life, we leave. We're basically here. We graduate, and there's an opportunity for us to pursue a PhD. But what our Yan does is he leaves academics and goes and works as just like joins the workforce. But scientist Yan continues on and studies their PhD. I wonder what happens if you don't make the scientist, because you literally cannot progress in the game without, I'm not going to call them Nerd Yan, without Scientist Yan. Yan Scientist. And of course, he comes with a lab coat and glasses and long hair. So, Scientist Yan's life path goes from PhD, whoops, that's our life path, to leaving your girlfriend, Lena, because, well, not really leaving her, but going off on a research placement, which is in another country. Then basically forgetting about her because the research is so good. Then actually becoming a really, really good scientist and becoming... Now, here's where things get really interesting. Becoming one of the forefront researchers in the field of rupidium. Designing a whole stuff, like really trying to do some ton of rupidium research. Meeting Lena again when you're both a bit older. She's also working for the company that you're working for. And then actually managing to get like your tech taken on by Ally Corp, signing with them. Then the same financial crisis kind of hits and the missions just aren't working properly. Like you're sending people out with your rupidium technology and it's just not working. So the scientist decides to go on a mission himself to work out why the technology is not working. But I just wonder if scientist Yan is the real Yan. That's just my maybe thought. Okay, the guys are in the dormitory. I should probably chat with the botanist because I haven't spoken to him. I don't think the technician has anything to say. Oh, official scientist decides to become Gaius Baltar. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, I went beyond the rocks.
Gaius Baltar just is scientist. The problem with Gaius Baltar is he's way too charismatic to actually be a scientist. Like, you know, the way they're traditionally portrayed, he's way too charismatic.
Holy shit. What now? I guess we need to get across somehow. Any ideas up your smart-ass sleeve? So now I'm smart, huh? Still, even I might not be enough. But a smarter version of us?
This is just prompting you to make the scientist.
Trick. The scientist. We could look for a solution in that research lab you built. Okay, let's give it a go.
So if I hadn't already built the research lab and like put the scientist down, he'd tell me to do that.
Hey, everything okay on your side? Actually, I was going to approach you. Do you think... Is there any way I can go back to my life? I mean...
Let's start with getting back to Earth.
Why don't we start with getting back to Earth? Then what? Going back to nothing doesn't motivate me.
What's special about your life?
What was so special about your life? What was special? Huh. How about my non-existent home?
Work is the answer. What would be the first thing you do?
Imagine there was a way. You could go back. What would be the first thing you'd do? That's a no-brainer. I'd check up on Lena. I'm worried to death about
There are plenty of charismatic scientists, but Gaius Baltar is a special level of charismatic scientist. He is like cult, well, I mean, literally cult leader charismatic is Gaius Baltar. Why are you worried?
Why would you be worried? No, forget
I wonder if his Lena was pregnant. That's why she couldn't go.
confused, that's all.
Maybe that's why. That would make sense.
You miss her. Don't you? Of course I do. Suddenly, everything's gone.
Yeah, his whole life's just gone. It must suck.
It's brutal.
The technician Yan, I think, is a little bit more objective about everything, but this version of Yan is a lot more empathetic.
Sure. Take your time. But remember, you're needed here. Yeah. I'll do my best to find some sense in it.
Okay, what is still in the queue? Oh wait, Yan technician is something else. Oh, that's just to give him the multi-tool. Well, yeah, but to him it was. So, it still sucks. What's still in the queue in the workshop? Still making the radiation filters. That's what's holding everything back. Okay. There's only one radiation filter that needs to be made yet. So that's good. We may need more pylons. But let's go to sleep and we will try again tomorrow. We've got a little bit more of an exploration to do. Big fan of Bioskelter. Great character. Hey, Antonius. How you doing? Bioskelter is a great character. I love the acting he did as well with the scenes where he could see the lady in red, but no one else could see her, and he was reacting to what she's doing. Made him seem absolutely insane. Oh, we get to wake up Scientist Yan. It's quantum mishaps. That's all you need to know. It's quantum. I find it really hard to get back into Battlestar Galactica because I remember how many bad episodes there are. Oh, this is not the room I want to be in. I want to be in the womb room. Oh, I like that. The womb room. Okay, let's wake up Let's wake up Bioskeltar. We need to get our hands on minerals today.
Hey, how are you feeling? Well, I'll be damned.
He's number 5.
You okay? Surprisingly okay. Especially considering what I'm seeing.
Oh, the boxing episode.
Very clearly. Good. Do you, remember your name? Of course. But... I think you know perfectly well who I am. So let's not waste time. Just tell me.
Biased Death Stranding.
What? How much rupidium is there? Did we get a breakthrough?
So I've actually just picked up Death Stranding 1, because it was in the Steam sale, and damn, that game is weird. But I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, you bet. There's a lot of it. Good. That's good. Wait, how do you know? Well, isn't it obvious? I wake up seeing someone who looks and sounds like me, which has to mean we share the same DNA. Then there's the glasses. What about them? They're fake. Probably just manufactured to make me feel more like myself, but completely unnecessary otherwise.
Yeah.
Because here I am with perfectly good eyesight in the womb module, which can only lead to one conclusion.
So this Yan knows about the womb model. No one else did.
Replicate someone who doesn't wear glasses. You. And to do that, of course, you would need to have found rupidium. Besides, I can see no other explanation for a sheep inside a space base. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It will be from now on, yes. We've got Yan Technician, Yan Botanist, Yan Scientist, and Yan. You're right, it's impressive.
Wow, you're right. It's impressive.
Appealing to this guy's ego seems to be the way to go.
We're not identical, of course. I can see you're not as quick to process information. And that's the interesting part. Yeah. Our bodies are the same, but our minds are not. I needed a scientist on board. But there's always a scientist on board. So, what went wrong?
Everybody's dead, Dave.
The old crew is gone. They're all dead. That's why I needed.
Pupper's
to
good,
alter
Notorious.
myself
She's really
into
good. She's done much
different
better.
versions. With the
Well,
use
that's
of the
covered mishaps.
quantum
It's
computer
come up a couple of times.
and
When they first wake up, they're
called
pumped full of
mind
drugs that
records?
make them detached.
I see. A recalculated mind based on an infinite amount of variables to contain the desired consciousness in a biological vessel. That actually sounds plausible. So, what do you need from me now?
Get to work immediately.
We have to get our research lab running at once.
If you tell him to rest, he's like, no, I should get to work.
Fast if we want to succeed. Then I guess the sooner I start, the better. You're right. Why don't you start with going through the mission logs? I need to get the full picture first. My thoughts exactly. Good. This might work.
Okay, so now we have a scientist, and I need to assign him to the research lab, and he's the only one who can work on the research lab, which is, like, interesting. And we now have... oh, I need to actually just... no, not up. I need to set this to infinite. There we go. We now also have the research tree, which starts off pretty empty. So I've got cheaper batteries. I've got more efficiency at all of our mining sites. I've got the recycler, which produces organics daily, and a second workplace in the base maintenance module, which I don't think I have yet. And then the actual research we need to cross the lava river. But I'm going to start by just getting all of the efficiencies done. And we'll start with non-metals efficiency, and then I'll queue up metals efficiency. But these Jansen is going to go through some serious self-loathing at looking at all these things he could have been. Oh, yeah, look, I have already lost the game the first time I played it to a mutiny. Because I didn't look after my Yans. That's one of the reasons why I focus so heavily on getting food. We'll do the call at the end of the day. Right now we need to get moving. Where's the airlock? The airlock's here. Okay, so I want to continue kind of exploring this area here, but I really need more drill charges to do it properly. I think probably faster to start from here. Research, baby. Real scientist now. Yes. Thanks, Cardi. I'm trying to decide if I want to say your full name or just call you, like, Cab. It's a bit of a mouthful. Ooh. Still no drill charges, which is annoying, but we've got some stuff we can pick up on the way. And he should be able to... He hasn't actually started working yet. So we can go through this way. And there was some metal that I had started to mine last time. So yeah, that is... If we get a mining charge, we can open a shortcut there. Okay, that's the last of that. Now we need to go up here. Still no mining charges, but there's something new here.
What's this?
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
It's triggering the alert in my suit. I need to learn more about this thing.
There you go, there they are. We've got anomalies now. Because we needed that on top of everything else, right? But what we can do is if I get through the anomalies safely, I can mine this. And get the minerals that we need to build the labs. Okay. Going on from here is pretty dangerous. So these anomalies are passive, but there are anomalies that will chase you. So running from them does nothing. I'm just going to try and sneak a few more resources while I'm here. In fact, we could actually put down the deposit while we're here, even with the anomalies anomalying us. And I would like to do that. This is the one that I find the hardest to locate. There's no anomalies in the resource field, they're just on the edge of it. No real idea there. Either in this corner or up above. Minerals are a weird secondary resource that I haven't found a lot of use for, but I've got a feeling later in the game you're going to need a ton of them. It's going to be up there. Annoying thing about this location is you actually need to use... do I not have a suit battery? I do. You need to use energy to get up here. What time is it? 13:28. We still got plenty of time for today. So there's the base over there, if you're worried, trying to like work out where we are in relation to the base. Okay, I found the location. And I now have a thingy. Okay. Now, do I have enough pylons to reconnect this? Or should I wait? I don't think I'm going to have enough pylons. I'm trying to remember if there's a shortcut this way. I think there is. There are also anomalies this way.
There must be another one of those cargo drops.
Oh, there's something very important
That
here.
doesn't look like the crew's personal luggage.
We got a damaged chip. Hugely important resource.
Might be worth checking out. Huh. Looks like some kind of device.
No, I can assign the Yans to do work out here. I'm the only Yan that
There's a
will
way I could use it.
actually do like explore though. So I can send the Yans to go work in the mines. But at the moment they've all got more important jobs. I need one more Yan to like assign to mining. So we got a lava lamp and a watch. I'm not going to bother reading those because we know they're AI generated.
My stuff landed here.
But now I can open this up with the drill. And this gives me a way to connect what I just built up to the rest of the network. Now, will it reach from here? Probably not. That's such a shame. I definitely don't have enough, Oh, that's so sad. I'm gonna put it here so the angle's a little bit better. I'm gonna have to build some more pylons for sure. And just to preempt something, actually, I'm gonna metagame slightly. I know I need a pylon here for later on. Let's be out of pylons. Okay, we're gonna need to build some. Actually, I've got one pylon left. I might as well build it. So probably gonna need like another pylon, maybe one pylon pack. How far back can I take this? Oh, I'm actually out of pylons, okay. Alright, let's spend the rest of the day mining metals, I think. Or how are we doing for organics? No, we desperately need organics. We're really low on organics. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day mining organics. And then we'll get some stuff done tonight. Okay, that's done. Let's head back to base. And I think we're probably going to have to build a social room today. Head upstairs. We need to talk to the scientist as well. Okay, so for building... Still can't build the infirmary, but we can build the social room, which we're going to need. Now, where am I going to put the social room? I could put the social room here, but then I wouldn't be able to put any small storage behind it. I could just build another elevator and put it here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this over here, and then I'm going to build an elevator. Put the elevator here. And then move the small storage down. The storage has to be connected or it doesn't do anything. And then the social room can go here. Okay. Now I need to talk to the scientist. He's currently in the dormitory.
I miss Lena so much.
I never quite figured out the whole relationship thing.
No.
What's your secret?
Talking and listening. Obvious, I know, but I've seen so many marriages fall apart because people forgot about the importance of honest
I
conversation.
love the scientist is just watching this conversation.
Yep, I think I'll pass.
Did Yan just tap his watch? I found something peculiar.
I found something peculiar on the planet. What exactly was peculiar about it? Everything. It was like a local distortion of reality. And it seemed to be emitting strong radiation. Yes. We could have expected to come across something like that sooner or later, according to reports from previous missions.
So there has been previous
Unidentified
missions.
sources of radiation, unexplained electromagnetic field anomalies, distortions of matter, space, or even gravity. What are they? According to a bold theory fleshed out by Professor Frankov, they may be instances of the so-called interval. The what? Interval. In very simple terms, it's a non-coincidental superposition of potential universes. We don't know exactly why it occurs, but observations prove that under certain, not yet specified conditions, two or more parallel landscapes can coexist within a common quantum field, creating a so-called proximity plane.
He's Star Trekking us. He's sending us with tons of technobabble.
Yeah, it felt like something was materializing from out of nowhere right in front of my eyes. Let's keep our heads cool. It's just a theory. No one's ever proved it.
Oh, I thought he'd like me agreeing with him.
If, and I stress if, Professor Frankov's intuition is right, then the distortion
It does.
you've
It is leading
encountered
into many worlds
in
quantum theory. Yes.
a puncture point, the spot where the proximity plane intersects with
Oh, it makes
our
sense, but
observed
he's still
universe.
technobabbling. He knows that the Yan he's talking to is not a scientist, but he's still sticking to using very heavy scientific terms.
Inform me at once if you come across another one. So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally.
Can you teach me how to run it better? I don't think he would actually like me asking him that, because that's not his specialization.
What can I say? I'm running this base according to Ally Corp protocol. Not my fault they haven't thought of everything. Sure, blame it on the higher-ups. I guess I should be glad the word protocol is part of your vocabulary.
Oof, that was mean.
Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these imaginary years. It would make things so much easier if it existed. So what exactly was your research about? Nanotech in space exploration.
Cool.
We went from a humble startup to making headlines in a few months.
That's a pretty big
Taking our
research
solutions
topic.
to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back.
Sorry, I just hit the
We had
table.
big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone.
Cool, I'm just making him really sad.
Yeah. I understand how loud.
I need to stop asking the alters about their pasts.
Honestly, I don't think you do. But I hope we're not going to sit around crying about it. There's work to be done. Here and now.
Okay, he's very frustrated and very
That's
motivated.
true. Well, let's get to it then.
Okay, if we have a look at our alters. So Jan Technician is okay. Yan Botanist is okay. Yan Scientist is happy. So I don't need to do anything with them just now. We do obviously have access to the beer pong room, which is this, the social room. So we've got a beer pong table. I can play beer pong with my alters. If they win, they get happy. If I win, they get motivated. Then we have the movie watching room where someone is playing Frostpunk, because this game was made by the people who made Frostpunk. And we can actually watch movies. The movies I've been finding can be found. Yeah, it does. I'm guessing he's kind of just, I think, playing it a bit wide for our character. All right, let's go to sleep. No, I need to talk to Yan Technician before I go to bed. There's one last job I need to do. Oops. Because he knows what to do with the chip.
Look what I found. Any idea what it could be? Let's see. It looks like a qubit chip. Qubit chip? Yeah. Like an enhanced storage for quantum computing operations.
Yes.
Useful for increasing the efficiency of our QC unit. Not to mention accessing new tech in the research lab.
It looks broken.
Perceptive. A little love in the workshop should get it up and running.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Okay, so we got a new workshop job to fix the multi-tool. No, to fix the multi-tool, to fix the qubit chip. So for the qubit chip, I need more metals. That I can get. Did I not build a refinery? I can do some refining tomorrow. We also have a phone call. Lots of chatting today. From Maxwell.
Hello?
Jan Dolsky. Finally. I've been impatient to meet you.
Yeah, sure. You that big fish Lucas was mumbling about?
Terrence
He is taking a lot of
Maxwell.
trash talk.
But yes, I am both his and your superior at mining operations. First of all, my heartfelt condolences. Losing the whole crew must have been hard on you.
I think Jan does feel like a pretty empathetic person, so I think this is the right answer for him.
Still can't get over it.
Their families have been informed.
Have they? Or are you keeping it all hidden and swept under the rug? Because I feel like that's what you would
Their
do.
loved ones will go down in history.
Well, I'm really anti-corporate, aren't I?
Pioneering discovery.
Can you tell the corporate has
Your
hurt me?
discovery.
So, do people know I found rupidium?
We're keeping the news within a very limited circle. It's only wise for the time being.
Limited circle, huh? Bullshit. The public has a right to know about such things.
I like your passion, Jan. You're an honest man. But you're under enough pressure already. We don't need the media to go berserk or the stock market to overreact.
Oh yeah, it's all about the bottom line.
We don't need chaos down here while all our efforts should concentrate on supporting you up there.
But if you go public, you can get more people involved in helping me. But if you keep it private, then you hold on to the
Failure
profits.
is not an option.
That's why you had me create my altars? You'd rather let me lose my mind than lose the rupidium?
Yes, the rupidium is clearly worth more than you
I
are.
admit. But we were saving both. Rupidium and you, Jan. Do you think it was a mistake?
I don't believe you. Am I gonna be super like antagonistic to this guy? Because my genuine response is, I don't believe you care about me. But I don't think it's a good idea to be so confrontational with your only link back to humanity. Like, maybe you should just kind of play it under the covers a little bit. So I think I'm going to go for I have mixed feelings. But my real inside me is like, I don't believe you care about me.
I have mixed feelings. Sure, it's better to be alive, but I feel like a line's been crossed.
You certainly have a chance to experience something extraordinary. Many people would envy you.
Let's just get one thing straight, Maxwell. I know you expect things of me, but I'm no hero.
Ah, heroism. Are you familiar with the works of Albert Camus?
Albert Camus. I don't think Jan would.
A great writer and philosopher. Camus believed heroism was easy, accessible. For him, it was living a normal man's life that was a true challenge. Being decent, doing the right thing. You are the first person to prove that we can actually excavate rupidium in quantities that can really make a difference. A dream the biggest corporations have been chasing for
There you
over
go.
a
There's some
decade
world
now,
building.
constantly
So it's not
failing.
just Ally Corp that is chasing
Say not
rupidium
hero?
for decades.
Well,
It's also
maybe I don't
other
need to be
corporations.
one. Maybe you should just carry on being a decent man, Jan Dolsky.
Okay, you're buttering me up for something big here. Let's cut to the chase.
Hard-headed.
We might be notorious.
I like that.
Part of the ending of this game is
Who
really
noticed how
interesting.
different rupidium looks in reality than on the training materials they showed you.
Why is that?
It changes form constantly. Its chemical structure is so volatile that it is almost impossible to
So wait a
capture
minute.
two
If it's got a
particles
chemical
in the
structure,
same
is it not an
state.
element? I don't understand.
A fleeting substance. Spectacular. But also very unstable.
So, you're afraid the rupidium I found might not withstand the journey?
I know it won't. That's why we came up with a special container for it. An ark.
An arc.
You mean like a box?
A hermetic module dedicated specifically to storing and transporting rupidium. We have blueprints for it. Lucas should send the necessary data over to you by the time we finish talking. Constructing a rupidium ark should be your primary focus now.
Oh, there we go.
Sounds like a big task.
We'll talk
We should
nice for
get
the
to it
corporate.
right away.
It is a big task, Jan. But it's worth every effort. I hope you realize the gravity of the moment.
I thought you said you didn't want to put pressure on me.
You're right. Lucas said you had questions. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
I can ask about the branching and the altars and what went wrong in the landing. I think I want to ask about the landing, but I'm going to end the conversation pretty soon.
You know what happened to my crew.
Lucas showed me the records. I have a theory, but it's more of a hunch. I don't have any hard proof to support it.
What's your theory?
What is it?
Well, I think it might have been the quantum processing unit that killed them.
What?
What? But that's... No, that's crazy.
Do you read detective stories, Jan? The culprit always needs to have two things. A motive and a means. Well, it certainly had a means to do it.
So what was the motive?
But why?
Like I said, it's just a hunch.
Cool, we're going rogue AI now as
I'm
well?
afraid I won't have much more time for now, Jan. Do you have any other questions?
No. I'm good.
Then we only have one more issue to clear.
What's that?
You can trust me and Lucas completely. But if anyone else contacts you, it's absolutely vital you don't tell them anything about the existence of your altars.
Interesting.
What? Why?
You know very well why, Jan. The law has been violated.
I thought Lucas said the branching was authorized.
You haven't been listening. There are no procedures for this sort of situation. There is no one who can officially authorize such an act. At the end of the day, it was your
Oh wow, they're
decision
pinning
to
it on
branch
me.
yourself.
I'm the one who broke the law.
It will be in your best interest to keep that in mind when considering
They're
the
washing their
consequences.
hands of any responsibility of branching and putting it all on me.
Rupidium arc, Jan. That's what you should focus
They're going to
on
kill the
right
altars
now.
when we come back to Earth. They're going to sweep it
Your
under the
secret
rug.
is safe with me and Lucas. Once you come back with the remedy for Earth's ailments,
There's a veiled
we will
thread if there ever was
punish you
one.
For how you got it.
Do this and you'll be safe.
Just do the right thing.
I don't like Maxwell.
Now I really have to go, but it was a pleasure talking to you, and we will talk more. I promise. Until then.
Yeah, don't like this guy. Don't like him at all. So now, if I just quickly check here, serious threat, yeah. We can now build the Rapidium Arc, which is a small module that takes 120 Rapidium, and that takes that Rapidium out of our inventory and just stores it. I believe I've read somewhere that you need 3 Rapidium Arcs for a positive outcome at the end of the game. I'm not 100% if that's true. Let's go to bed, and we'll start the next day. Because it's almost super late, and we'll be penalized tomorrow if we're going to bed so late. We need metals, we need minerals, and we need to continue exploring. First things first, I'm going to go to the refinery and just refine all of the stuff, because it's just sitting in our inventory right now, taking up space. I think it was on the other side of... No, this is the womb. Where did I put the refinery? I think it's on the other side of this level. Technician and scientist are arguing. Crap. Now we're dealing with this.
Man, I'm telling you, we need it.
Auditors argue about the quality of food given to them. Scientist wants to stick to my style. Technician demands that they will be fed quality bills regularly. Yeah, I'm going to go with the technician because I'm already doing that.
And I'm telling
All right, here is the refinery. So I'm just gonna quickly refine all of the stuff we've got. Alright, that got me some metals. Now I can go to the workshop and I can queue up the qubit chip, which we need, and then we're gonna go...
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Yes. We're gonna go, and I want to... Oh, wait, I need pylons, don't I? And pylon kits. Let's build... Don't have enough metals for pylon kits. Okay, then we're gonna have to go and mine some metals today. Let's go to the rich deposit, I think, and we'll mine here. It does mean we need to convert some of it.
Should I do this now?
No, you need to do more research. Research enriched metals efficiency 1. And research... cheaper batteries, please. No, I want... Actually, yes. Okay, that should be enough for me to be able to get pylons. So let's queue up one pylon. Then I want to reassign... I think I'm just going to go and do the pylons, actually, while he works with metals. Okay, now I can connect up the minerals. We can go from here. We can also go... Did I just use... No, I didn't use 2 energy, thank goodness. We can also complete the look for strange phenomena task as well. Right, how far back can I put this? Probably not much further back than this, right? That's it. That's the limit. That's not too bad. We've got a pretty good distance there. I think I'm right at the limit of its ability to see. Oh. I'm trying to get as much as I can out of this one. Where are you going? I'm pushing away. He's going in the opposite direction from where I was pushing. That's pretty good. Now, can I connect the two up without needing... Yes, okay. No, I did that wrong. No, it is connected. Okay. So now we're connected to that. But I need to explore down here to complete another mission objective. So we're going to have to dodge some more anomalies. And these are pretty nasty anomalies, if I remember right. Some of these are ones that chase you. So we have to be very careful coming down here. There is a deposit down here as a reward. Oh, so we're running out of time, unfortunately. But I want to get this done today. if I have enough pylons left, I can build a travel pylon here. I think I've got enough for a travel pylon, which means I can come back here whenever I want to. I don't have enough pylons for a travel pylon. Damn it. Okay, let's do production. I want another pylon package, and I want to assign and technician to the workshop. We also need someone on base maintenance. Definitely someone on base maintenance. Right, I want to do this as fast as I can. We're probably going to end up staying out late.
Another movie. This one was actually on my pile of shame.
So these anomalies will chase you,
Is that one following me?
and they will hurt you a lot.
What the hell?
But this is what we need to get to, this thing here, because this is our next mission objective.
What is this? Another anomaly?
I can't do anything with it right now.
It looks out of this world.
There's more stuff over there. We just don't have time at the moment to get it. So I have to get back to base as quick as I can. And we have to take the long route to do that because I can't get the travel pylon down. Oh, we'll grab this. But it's now getting quite late. Go, 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 go. I think it's quicker to head this way. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Base is looking pretty big. I can fast travel from here. Okay, we have everything connected up now, so we can get all of the resources. We just need to finish our explorations and research how we get out of here. So first things first, let's install the chip in here. Oh, no, sorry, in here. No, where do I install the chip? Oh, I think I installed it on the quantum computer. So now that we fixed the chip, I think I installed it in here. Is that right? Yes, qubit chip available. Upgrade. Alright, we've hit tech level 2. One of the big things that gives us is it gives us another slot for an altar. So I'm going to wake up the refiner as a new person. I don't suit to throw a third-person camera, but a blink exclamation point jumps back where you can see it. A lot of games do that. A lot of games put health notifications on the back of suits, like Dead Space does it. I think there's a few other games that do that as well. But I'm going to wake up the refiner. So his big difference is, rather than deciding to carry on for his mother, he decided to break free and start his life again. It does kind of make sense, mishaps, if you consider the fact that, like, you might be working in a team. So it's just another way to identify to a team member that you are getting irradiated and have, like, useful stats on the back of your suit. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to wake up the refiner. That's our fourth altar. Oh. So Maxwell basically threatened that if we tell any... He's basically done a lot of stuff. He's intimated that the quantum computer killed the crew. He's intimated that the company is going to disavow all knowledge of us having... basically, it's our fault that we created the altars and nothing to do with the company. And the altars are illegal. So if we tell anyone about it, they're not going to say that they told us to do it. It's on us that we did it. And we also need to bring back a ton of rupidium, or we may as well not bother coming back. That was the whole conversation. So Refiner Yan has quite a long life. He leaves home. He gets a warehouse job. He sort of enjoys the fact that even though he's working like a temporary job, he's got friends and people that he works with and he's close with. This is the only Yan so far that's actually made friends. All of the other ones just have acquaintances, but this Yan actually makes friends. Then there's a workplace accident and loses one of his friends, and he can't believe it. So he tries to put together a union and ends up through that meeting Ben. Him and Ben end up like... actually strike action, dealing with the police, ACAB, etc. And then Ben tells him it's time to move on. Let's go work on an oil rig. So he goes and works on the oil rig. He learns really fast. There's a branching path here for the worker. He just loves working on this rig. He feels that he's great. Him and Ben together apply. Oh, he helps Ben apply to go to space. And then there's an explosion on the oil rig. Ben dies in the explosion. It's intimated, I think, that him and Ben are a couple. And then his application comes through while he's mourning Ben, and he decides to go into space because Ben wanted to go into space. Yes, exactly. It's the Yans that are in trouble, not the corporation. We also just upgraded our computer, so we now have access to a ton more research. We've got the hub pylon. We've got cheaper climbing. We've got the probes upgrade. Oops. We now have access to the Alex Organics conversion, which is a very important tech. We now also have access to base expansion 2. We can build a gym, we can build a contemplation room, and we can get our hands on medium storage, which is a prerequisite for at least one technology. Still only the one mission, though. Do still need to talk to the scientist as well about the anomaly that I found, because I also found a weird anomaly.
I made a curious discovery. Another distortion?
Sadly not.
I don't know.
No jump
It
jets.
was different this time. It didn't look dangerous, no radiation.
It's not directly said that they are bi or gay, but it feels to me like they're hinting at him and Ben may have been in a relationship. They may have just been best friends, but he's really broken up by Ben dying.
Distortions? Question is, are they the cause or the reason of so much rupidium here? I'd like to study them more. So would I. And for that, we'll have to design our own tools. Do you have anything specific in mind? Let me think about it. I need to look through Professor Frankov's lectures, as well as notes from other expeditions. I have a theory. I just need to find a way to put it into practice. I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
So something I need to build quite soon, as a high priority, is the infirmary. Because the altars are going to get really annoyed that there isn't an infirmary pretty quickly. So the infirmary, I need 60 minerals. So that's my job for tomorrow. 60 minerals, 20 metals. We need to wait for some research to finish and for some other stuff to tick over before I can do anything else. And I also want to get that travel hub built as well, so we can go back across the fire chasm without needing to take that long route we had to take that time. Okay. We need to go wake up our new altar. First of all. This is always an awkward conversation. This is man bun, Jan. Yes, exactly. I'm with you there as well, Miss Apps.
Buddy, how do you feel? Better, that's for sure.
So my assumption is the quantum computer reads their preferred hair style and grows it out for them to help them differentiate themselves.
Who are you? Don't worry, not an illusion. There's a perfectly rational explanation to this. Just let me ask you some control questions first, okay? Sure. Fire away. Do you remember your name? Yeah. Jan. Dolsky. And what's your role on this mission? I'm a refinery operator. Oh, you look like me, but also...
Yeah, accessories as well and outfits, that's right.
like me.
It is very cool feathers.
Brothers or something?
but it's gonna get hard soon. Okay, like at the moment we're in that pre-game lull. Like if you think about this game is made by the people that made Frostpunk. We're currently in that stage of Frostpunk before the first storm. At some point, that storm is going to hit, and the game is going to change. And there's going to be pressures. We're not under a lot of pressure right now. Our only real pressure is I'm having to build a lot of stuff, so I need resources. But a lot of the stuff I'm building is reusable. So all of the mining outposts and all of the pylons, I get to reuse them the next time we move the base. So I wanted to build them all again. And a lot of the resources I'm laying down, like, you know, upgrading to get the drill, upgrading to get the laser, I'm not going to have to do that again. So those dependencies, those limitations, those resource sinks are going to go away and be replaced with something else.
We have the same DNA, but we led separate lives.
I think his number's on his pants.
In a way, you could say so.
In a way. Whatever you're trying to tell me, stop beating around the bush, okay? All right then.
You're my alter. I created you with the use of Rapidium.
Rapidium?
Yeah, we did it. It's here. Wow.
You hear that, Ben?
I'm afraid there's no time to celebrate. We're in some deep shit here. That's why I had to create you.
Yeah, right. About that?
So here's something crazy.
Still not quite sure I understand.
His Ben died in an oil rig accident.
Obviously still not recovered.
But his Ben might be alive in our universe.
If
that makes sense.
They'll put it in perspective.
His Ben might be alive.
We can talk more when
But it will have never met him.
The meds. Yeah, that explains a lot. Not everything, but I feel like there's something more to this feeling of being so light, weak.
It's got a bit of a dude bro. Like, yo, bro.
Just
I'm a bit light and weak, bro. To his speech.
Stronger in no time.
He's obviously used to being a lot more physically able than this Yan.
Hell, I can't wait to see Rapidium.
Yeah, Rapidium, dude. That's awesome.
I promise.
He is very dude bro. Yeah, he's a dude bro. I mean, he's got the man bun. He's a very dude bro-y guy. Okay, so we've got all that done. The refiner is born. So first of all, I need to assign the refiner. I'm going to send him out to the enriched metals deposit for now. Oh, yeah, the voice actor's done a great job, and I think people didn't really realize how big a job the voice actor had when the game first came out. Now I need 60 minerals, so we're going to start by mining minerals this morning. This is going to be a big job to get the amount of minerals I need. Was it? Yeah, it was 60 minerals I needed, right?
Should I take care of this now?
No, I want you on base maintenance. And then I want you working in the kitchen. No, I want... They're all going to the wrong places. I want you on kitchen duty. Nah, you finished growing food. How much are we at? We're at 40. 46. 52.
Should I take care of this now?
I don't really want you in the greenhouse. Where else can I put you? So workshop doesn't have anything to do at the moment. The refinery, I've got someone who's going to work there. I actually think I'm going to put you on the organics outpost because we just constantly need organics. Okay, you finished in the kitchen. Go back to the greenhouse. Yes, 58. We need one more tick. Okay, that's us done on all the minerals I need for today. Now we can go and set up the travel hub. And there's a couple of things we can actually go and look for over here now that we've got the travel. We'll have the travel hub in place. What if we run right through an anomaly because I'm sprinting? No, I did okay. Remind me to make sure that the refiner changes his job. In fact, I'm going to do it now. So I don't want the refiner in the enriched metals outpost all the time, especially when I don't have an infirmary. So I'm just going to move him to the refinery before he gets irradiated. Alright, and I want to build a travel pylon. So this just lets me actually fast travel from over here, so I don't need to take that route anymore. Because there is a couple of things over here we want to check out. There is actually another deposit up here. Again, this is like the furthest I've gone in the game is this section. So I haven't done anything past the next little bit. But there is a... I should actually come here. Do I have time to mine this? I probably don't. That's all I can take, because it's going to get late. We can mine our way through this, though, with a laser. Alright. Oh, I need the internal analysis tool. That's right. That's our next thing. The internal analysis tool, not the internal. There's something up there I need, but I have to go past there anyway in a minute. I think there's some stuff here as well. Or is there nothing here? No, there's nothing here. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here before the radiation comes. And then we'll build an infirmary and make everybody super happy with us, because we've built everything we need for this chapter. And we'll also look at expanding the size of the base, which we may need to do before we can build the infirmary. I want to fast travel, please. Okay, we're making a fantastic progress. So, I want to build an infirmary. The infirmary is massive, which is a huge problem. Because it doesn't fit. It actually fits. It fits here, but those two small storages are in the way. And that's really the only place I can put it right now. If only this stupid wheel thing wasn't here, I'd be able to use this section here, but I can't. I could put it here and try and fit the research lab. Oh, actually, no, that'll work. That'll work. If I just put the infirmary here, and we move the nerd basement to here, I can then put the infirmary here. We now have an infirmary. Cool. Now, to expand the base, I need to research it. Okay. But I now have an infirmary, and if we go down to check it out... this is the research lab. Oh, this is the research lab, by the way. It's very scientist coded, I think. And here's the infirmary. So you can sleep on the beds in the infirmaries to heal radiation sickness instead of sleeping in your own bed, but you wake up later than usual. I don't really need to worry about that right now. Okay, we need to focus on just getting stuff done now. So I'm probably going to spend a bit of time mining rubidium so we can build a rubidium arc while we do get research done. Because we need to now research a couple of really useful things. So many yans, so little time. That is the game. Okay. Things are going to get interesting soon. We should quickly talk to the refiner.
What a week, huh?
See how he's just checking with him.
So, had enough time to come to terms with the situation? I'm fine, thanks. There's not much that can bring me down.
Yeah, brah.
But I still feel much weaker than usual. Funny. Earlier today, I tried to lift a container, and I couldn't.
Oh, he's going to need a gym. Yeah, exactly. Damn, I'm going to have to build a gym for this guy to keep him happy.
Maybe it's the side effects of cryosleep. Don't worry. We'll get back in shape in a jiffy. I don't know. I need to put on at least 15 pounds by the looks of it. Plus, no offense, lose the excess fat too. I'm not sure we have the time for that here. Operating the refinery requires stamina, you know? Being strong seems to matter a lot to you. A little extra confidence never hurt anyone. Not that it was ever my priority. I just like the physical activity. It helped clear my head of problems. Your problems are gone here. It's a chance to wipe the slate clean. Maybe, but I still can't get my head around one thing.
I think we need to have a movie night.
What's that? Like, if everything that happened to me isn't true, then does that apply to the people I knew too?
Yes.
I mean,
do they exist, but in some different version as well?
Yes.
It's possible, yes. Huh. So, hypothetically, someone who in my mind is, let's say...
Yeah, he's thinking about Ben.
dead could actually still be alive? Hypothetically? Totally.
Totally. Given this suddenly engaged Adam, suddenly struck with the horror that brings by a hypothetical transgen. There could be a transgen. Hard to say. The variables are infinite.
It's really hard to say. The variables are almost infinite. That's overwhelming.
That's heavy on the brain dome, dude.
Shit. I think I need to get
This
my
guy might be the one who wants the bong, yeah.
Why don't you have some fun? Integrate with the living. You deserve it. You think? Sure. Let me know if there's anything more you need.
It doesn't look like I can give him the bong. So he's not the one who wants the bong. Okay. We need 120 rupidium. And we also need tons of organics. Like, just tons of organics. But let's start with getting the rupidium so we can build a rupidium arc. While we have time. We're basically just waiting on research right now. So let's check assignments. So we've got... He's researching, he's refining, he's working in the greenhouse, and he is processing organics, which is fine for the moment. Research, we're currently working with cheaper batteries. As soon as that is done, I need to get the interal analysis tool. Her stern is the explanation builder. That's why. Then he's gonna kick off some rad waves on the lava juice, bro. Okay, that was terrible. My bro was better until I tried to do that one. Okay, cheaper batteries is done. Let's just queue up another. Need to always make sure I've got another research queued up. I want Alex Organics done. No, I want you to head back to the enriched metals deposit and do some enriched metal refining. Okay, we've got the internal analysis tool research, which is huge. Let's get base expansion 2 researched. I just want to make sure I'm running low on storage space. Crap. That is a problem. That is a really big problem. I don't have room for more storage, really. But I want to get this 120 rupidium done today. Let's head back and build another small storage. The problem is the more stuff we add to the base, the heavier the base gets, which means it needs more organics to move. And you can end up in a situation where your base is just too heavy. Alright, where could I fit a medium storage? If I just potentially move this small storage here, and move this small storage here where it currently doesn't do anything, but bear with me. And then I build... Oh, I haven't researched medium storage yet, have I? Okay, well let's just add another small storage then. Don't really want to do it. And then rupidium arc is... I just need a little bit more rupidium. We definitely need a medium storage. Oh, while I'm here, I might as well talk to the scientist. I can't scrap rooms yet.
So, what do you got for me?
I don't know if I get resources back for
An
them, though.
invention I'm particularly proud of. The Luminator. You mean a flashlight? You have a talent for making extraordinary things sound mundane. It's not just a flashlight, Jan. Tell me, when you encounter these distortions, what is your priority? Honestly, you're the one.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
I just want to avoid them and get on with my mission. Now you'll be able to do it.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. How? Professor Frankov discovered that certain frequencies
Definitely need a
of
movie
light
night.
waves can be used to peer into proximity planes, to study them. I've used his observations to create my illuminator so it can reveal elements of the integral hidden to the human eye.
They're in another dimension?
But it also has another, more pragmatic application. It can help to eliminate distortions.
Eliminate, that's a typo there. Eliminati distortions.
You mean destroy them for good? I'm just giving you a tool. You decide how to use it. You see, distortions are created around puncture points between potential universes. That much we know. Now, with the Illuminator, they should become much more visible to you. Focusing the Illuminator's light waves exactly on the puncture point will allow you to seal that rift. You could compare it to cauterizing a wound.
Damn. That does sound promising.
Indeed. Now you see why I don't like calling it a flashlight.
That's fair. Okay, do I need to construct this in the workshop? Yes, I do. So that's pretty high priority now.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Yeah, you can do some base maintenance, that's fine. I need this Illuminator to be able to do anything else. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff queued up here. That's going to have to be tomorrow. Manual theory again, yippee. We don't have the idea of probability, so... We don't have the idea of probabilities with the entire universe students, infinite sub-universes, whenever someone looks at an electron. Exactly. I think we need a movie night. I think people are a little bit tired, a little bit sad. So I can queue up a movie. We can watch The History of the Universe, we can watch Secret Alien, or we can watch People Who Always Finish Your Sentences. What do people want to watch? Millennia after the fall of mankind, a father tells his son the history of the universe. Secret Alien, a murderous alien hides with the crew of a space mission, friendship will be put to the test. And two pals keep finishing each other's sentences, but can they ever stop? Has anyone got a preference to which movie we watch? There will actually be a movie that plays, which will be interesting. I'm going to pick People Who Always Finish Your Sentences, and then I'm going to mute my microphone while the movie is playing, and I'm going to get a drink of water. No, the Snark is absolutely fine. Okay, this is just telling you when you watch a movie, you get bonuses. Oops. Oh, that paused the game, did it? Well, I'm going to quickly mute my microphone.
Hey man, I was thinking, have you ever noticed how often we finish each other's sentences?
Yeah, we have lived together for
Way too long. Right. I feel like we've probably had
every conversation two people can have. Right. So we
always know what the other one is
thinking.
Right. But like, specifically, why?
Do we do that? I don't know. Like, where do you think
That compulsion comes from? Not sure, because it's certainly not like a
endearing quality?
Oh.
No. Mostly, I feel like we want to just show
that we're like engaged listeners, right? And we're
empathetic.
Yes.
And also maybe a little bit
impatient, right? And we're kind of like
insufferable.
Pass me another beer,
know-it-alls.
please.
Can't handle
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an unresolved
melody, right? And in a way, does sort of make us
really annoying,
right?
Well, like we could totally
Stop if we want to. Obviously, we just have to face
our fears and just never
finish
this
current
ongoing.
Ew, guys.
sentence, right? Can we actually
Stop? I don't know. Sure doesn't
seem like it? But like, I have total
autonomy
over my own
thoughts, right? And I certainly
can't be read.
like a book
It's like my mind tells me
to just stay quiet for sure, but like then somehow the instinct to
finish a sentence
kicks in as if it's
totally out of
my
my
control, right? And I'm like stuck in
some kind of sentence
vortex. Hang on, quick. We need to both say the most like random
thing we can think of.
that we would never otherwise
Say.
Right.
My foot has an
area code all its own. That's
in a Peruvian rug shop.
located entirely
That's
within the
ridiculously
International
amusing.
Space PlayStation, and it's a.
Pluvius Those
Those
are all the things I was going to say.
And the fake word at the end.
What is happening? Oh my god. Wait. Maybe the reason we keep
Finishing each other's
is
sentences.
because they're not.
Each other's sentences.
Maybe we're actually
Only
one person.
Oh.
No, we're just
Good
really annoying.
one.
Right. Yeah.
So, in the future, people still watch terrible YouTube. That's what I'm getting. But that cheered everybody up, which I think we really needed to do. And then we need to go to bed. And hopefully build the Rupidium Arc tomorrow. But we've also got the Illuminator, which is going to be big. Because we can start getting rid of anomalies with the Illuminator. So we're going to research medium storage, and then we're going to actually research what we need for the plot. I think, because we're running out of time.
Under your ear, there's something I want to share.
Sure, Refiner Bro. You're in the kitchen, right? What do you want?
Do you miss your previous life?
Something you want to discuss?
Hey there. You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah. I've been thinking about the branching thing.
Brah?
It's so confusing.
Dude.
Tell me about it. I mean, remember how I told you about my body? The one I know versus this one?
It's
Well, I don't get it. Why is it exactly that we're created with different minds, like, you know, different beverages or snacks, but then we all end up in the same packaging? It doesn't make much sense. Well, it's not the packaging that matters most. It's the content. That's what they say. But you don't brew ale only to pour it into plastic bottles.
Oh, wow. Calling them...
My whole personality derives from a certain lifestyle. And that makes my mind and body inseparable. That's how it feels to me.
Huh. I never looked at it.
I will build you a gym, okay?
Yeah, and honestly, I find it a little hard to understand. I mean, how can you be so careless about your body? It's the only one you'll ever have, man. Why'd you let it become so neglected?
This guy's amazing.
Guess I just had more important things to do. Studying, settling down, buying a house.
Funny. Now that I look at it, you probably didn't have my motivation.
Which was?
Well, for me, it all started when I moved abroad. You know, after Mom died, I decided to stay there, and for a while it was pretty lonely out there.
Yeah, so he left after Mom died.
You have friends?
Not at first, no. You could laugh, but I was a little apprehensive to jump into a new environment. It's just work and sleep, and some bad eating habits.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
So that's when you started working out.
Out of boredom at first. Then, kind of became a fun thing. I made friends, started going out a lot, but by that time...
That's right, he met Ben at the gym. I forgot about that. He met Ben at the gym.
I drank less, slept better, and it just made me feel in control of my life, you know?
I get you. Now that you've told me the whole story.
Thanks. You know, maybe if I could get back to my routine here, at least in some way, it could really help me shake off all this anxiety.
Anxiety's really heavy, bro.
Probably sleep better, feel more like me. Do you think there's a chance you could help me get my hands on some exercise equipment here?
So yeah, this guy needs a gym.
I could try.
Really? Thanks, bro. I knew I could confide in you.
So now I have a mission to get him
What's there to miss?
a gym.
That life doesn't exist.
Okay. Wait, they're having an unpleasant conversation?
Why?
Could you two, like...
Yes, you
Could the scientist just... Can I just lock the scientist away? Because he's...
focused on work instead.
He's constantly annoying everybody. Alright, missions for the day. I need this stuff built. So I'm going to assign Organics Yan to the workshop. No, yeah. Then Refiner Yan has stuff to refine. Botanist Yan, I think needs to go to the kitchen first to make food. And then we send him back to the thing. So I need the Illuminator built ASAP. So can I push that up the... Yeah, put that to the top. As soon as that's built, I can go do some other stuff. Until then, I'm going to just mine more Rupidium, because I need 120 Rupidium for the thing I'm trying to do. Yeah, I should be... I'm already happy I'm playing basketball at the moment, but I probably need to do more. Right as a sense. They probably haven't. 90, 89, 95, 101... 107, 113, 119, Okay, we finally have enough rupidium. Yeah, there's people like that who are in much more like... Oh god, he's still in the... Okay, I need to get him out of there. He's gonna get irradiated like crazy if I leave him there. He hasn't been irradiated yet, but still, let's get him out of there and put him in the refinery. Okay.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Yes, base maintenance.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
No, I want you in the greenhouse. Okay, so now, when an anomaly comes for me, I can pull the illuminator out, and I can illuminate it, and then I can zap it with my zapper. And it drops a thing. And I can use that thing. Destroyed anomaly was an ALX. A resource that can potentially be converted into any of the basic resources needed for survival. So I can convert these in the refinery. But these use up suit batteries. It gave me using flashlights as weapons. It's now Alan Wake. You got there just the same time I did. No, I'm being chased. The game's telling me to use a suit battery. I'm like, I'm already there, game. Okay, I think that's all of the... Did you drop an Alex? I must have picked it up without realizing. There's a couple more anomalies I want to kill here. Which also gives me access to this rupidium deposit. How's...
We're running out of storage space.
Oh, crap. How's research? The base expansion 2 is on the way. So I want to get medium storage researched, and then we'll research the mission. Alright, I think that's the last anomaly. So this area... Okay, I can't actually pick... Oh no, I can't pick that up. Is done. Did you drop an Alex? Wait, there's finally someone who isn't Yan. No, it's all Yans all the way down. Okay, so now we found... Here's the big anomaly that we found earlier that sparked all of this off. I can now illuminate it. Oh, I think I need to actually zap it. And now we can see all these ghost organics. So we have to follow the internal trail and follow the anomaly trail to work out where it takes us.
Huh. Incredible.
Oops, old Jan, exactly. So now we can follow this other world trail of organics to wherever they're located. Along the way, we can pick up another item. Why can't I open this chest? Hang on. Rubber ducky? I got it at university and took it with me for some reason.
Yes. I was missing that.
You're missing your rubber ducky. So we're gonna keep following the jellyfish and stuff. Comes over the wall here. Here it is again, picking up the trail. And here is the core. And now we have this. A planetary sample. A rare and valuable resource used for advanced research. Now we need to go talk to the scientist again. But that's a very big step we just took. So that's a very rare resource that's used for very important research topics. Which will now get unlocked. Because we have them. Also, the music's gotten spooky while we were doing that. I think the scientist is in the kitchen. Yeah, he is.
I have something for you.
I can give him the rubber duck.
I used the illuminator on one of those strange areas on the surface, and it revealed some sort of plants, but not real living plants. More like a projection of another dimension that became visible to me.
There's no jump jets. I'm sorry, Lightning.
I followed their path and found something that could have been their core. And when I used the illuminator on it, oh, I found some interesting specimens. Really? Specimens from the interval. Did you secure them properly?
Of course.
I have to take them to my lab immediately. Let me study them thoroughly. Jan, this is beyond my wildest dreams.
I think if we keep giving him research samples, he will love us.
Wide open before me. Before us.
Okay, now I need to build the arc. How until Nerdian bolts a camera to protect us in that mission just out of frustration that Protector doesn't describe anything. Probably not that long. So now I can build the Rapidium arc. Which is another huge module that I can't fit anywhere in the base. I could fit it here, but that would mean I'm having to move 2 storages. That's really the only place I could put it. Unless we move the whoop somewhere, because I could put it here. I'm just trying to work this out. I don't think I can juggle things to make this fit. I could put this here and then move the refinery and... No, because it doesn't have a top connection. Is there any way I could resort this? The womb does not have to be on the computer, no. The womb can be anywhere. The womb room. The big problem is I have a bunch of modules that like take up 2 levels but don't connect on the top level, so all the small storage doesn't connect. The quantum computer doesn't connect, and now the Rapidium arc doesn't connect. If I didn't have to connect it into the rest of the base, I would just put it here. But also, at the moment, the base is too heavy anyway. We're going to have to wait for the base expansion, is what we're going to have to wait for, which is being researched at the moment. If we check research, base expansion will complete tomorrow. It's got 7 odd hours left before it completes. So we just have to wait for that. Now that's literally all we can do. What are my optional tasks? Provide a quality meal for an altar at least twice in the next 5 days. That should be happening. And craft dumbbells in the workshop. Oh, he just wants dumbbells. Okay, we can do that. Oh, I didn't realize he just wanted a set of dumbbells. That I can accommodate. I thought he wanted an entire gym. Oh, and I can also now convert those Alex things I was finding into organics. So it's definitely a bad sign every time. Okay, so there's now loads more research available to us because we've got the planetary things. So we can now get the suit upgrade. Increases the capacity of the suit battery to 8 bars and radiation resistance to 20%. So it's just a more advanced suit. And that unlocks Illuminator Density 1, Illuminator Range 1, and an Anomaly Shield 1. It also gets us quick crafting. Unlocks the ability to quickly craft Jill Chargers, suit batteries, and shield recharges outside the base, which would be pretty good. The quantum computer deleted their memory at the start of the game. The first thing that happened when we accessed the quantum computer was it checked who was alive and deleted everybody that was dead. It was actually made a big point of that. We also now have access to Advanced Enriched Metals Outpost, the Advanced Non-Metals Outpost, and the Advanced Metals Outpost. All of these takes 1 planetary sample. I only have 1 planetary sample. Then for base, we now have access to the large storage and the radiation repulsor. The radiation repulsor is quite interesting. Unlocks a radiation repulsor module, which makes radiation filters more efficient. With enough repulsors, your filters won't ever need replacement. So you build enough of these, you lose that drain on resources of building radiation filters. Large storage also sounds interesting. Unlocks a large storage module with a capacity of 700. A large storage is 4 times wider than a small storage, and its mass is 140. We're currently researching medium storage, which is a prerequisite anyway. Unlocks the medium storage module with a capacity of 300. A medium storage is 4 times wider and 2 times shorter than a small storage. Its mass is 65. So this is actually a large storage is better than 2 medium storages, is what the game's showing me. So it might be worth getting our hands on these. But yeah, that's it for this day, and I think I'm probably getting to the end of my streaming ability today. I'm getting quite tired, and I can tell my commentary is winding down, so I think I'm going to end the day and the R flat, which is a bonus. And I think we're going to maybe look at ending the stream here, ready for us to kick off next time with where things will start to get really interesting, because we're going to be pushing into new territory in terms of finishing off this particular arc where we are right now, and then moving on to the next arc as well. But I think I'm done for today. What I am going to try and do today, though, is I'm going to try and get you another Voices of the Void. The video I released yesterday has done really well. I'm really enjoying playing the game. So I'm quite keen to get another one recorded, but I'll see how I go. I've got some other stuff I need to do today. But I think that's it for the stream at the moment. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you all being here and hanging out for this, especially at this slot and on YouTube. I know it's like not as good as the Twitch slots. For those of you who are celebrating holidays today, I hope the holidays are safe, and it's nice to be with whoever you're with, whether it's your adopted family or your own families. Remember that you're all awesome, wonderful people. I really appreciate your company. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next stream. But for now, I want to head to bed. I'm not going to head to bed. It's the morning. I've got a whole day ahead of me, but I've got lots to do. Thanks, Tron. Good to know you're here. Have a great one. And see you, Notorious. See you, Feathers. See you, Lightning Mishaps. Everyone else is here. Ciao for now. Have a wonderful day or evening. Bye. I'll see you later.